Did you know that the pet care industry is a billion-dollar industry and it is continuously growing? But are the people who care for your pets growing as well? I'm Dara Forleo, and on the Business of Pet Care, we are going to talk about what really goes on behind the scenes of those grooming tables, those daycare walls, and those social media filters. Welcome to the Business of Pet Care, where we are exploring the people and the innovations that are shaping the future of animal care. I'm your host, Dara Forleo, and today we are talking about one of the most emotionally charged and probably one of the most misunderstood topics in veterinary medicine. And that is pricing. And as pet parents, pet owners, anybody, we often really do feel blindsided by costs while clients are navigating these complex and case-dependent care that just can't be priced like going to get your hair cut or getting your dog groomed or dropping your dog off for boarding or daycare. Our guest today, or my guest today, which I'm really excited, is Pietro Kabeya. Did I say that right?
Exactly.
He is working at this, he's really doing this, some really interesting and neat technology to really help almost bridge that gap for trust. And Pietro is the founder of a company called FareVet, and he is helping pet families understand what goes into veterinary pricing and helps clients communicate costs, or I'm sorry, helps the clinics communicate all these costs more clearly and responsibly. Pietro, welcome. Thank you so much again for being on the show. How do you feel today?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Dara. Such a pleasure coming in the show and talking about what we're doing with FareVet, which is a game changer in the pet space.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know I have multiples. You're gonna see them going across here, cats
Yeah.
and a few dogs here underneath my feet. But there really is a lot of confusion that goes on. And I know, I mean, it's medical. It's hard to not have and know that this is gonna be a high ticket cost, especially with things that happen a lot. ACLs. I mean, that's probably I know one of my team members, her dog ACL tear like that, $7,000 just to get that going. What is it that you're doing? What have you created? What is this tell us about your platform. Tell me about FairVet.
FairVet is the first find and compare price for veterinary services. What we're doing basically is we are creating that transparency in the pet care, which hasn't existed for the past thousands of years, right? Any pet parents that wants to go to a vet, either for an emergency or just for a regular visit, they don't know what to expect
Right.
and how the cost is breakdown. So basically, we created this platform to get the pet parents more informed, not only on the cost, and we want them to get really knowledgeable on what's included in the cost, right? So that's why we created this platform, basically.
I want to go back just a bit because I kind of want to know a little about you. How did you get into this? What made you, are you a vet?
No,
No.
I'm a
Okay.
pet parent myself.
Pet parent. Okay, good to
So
know. Just wanted to see where this how this came.
yeah, it came from a personal situation. Just like any pet parents, an unexpected vet bill can happen any single day. And it happened to me on a random day. My dog was feeling sick. We found out, I went to an emergency vet, found out that he swallowed a foreign object.
Okay.
Um,
Was it a
so
lab?
No, I have a small, tiny dog, a miniature pincher,
Oh,
King.
okay.
He's yeah.
Uh,
So,
I got three chihuahuas. So,
oh my God, yeah. So you know the struggle. Sometimes he
uh-huh.
loves to eat, right?
Yep.
So
And it's usually a piece of fluff or something torn off a squeaky toy. They
yeah,
ingest it, gets lodged. That's
and
all she wrote.
I didn't really know because he loves eating. He wasn't eating that day, so something was definitely wrong. He loves to eat.
Okay.
When we got there, started doing some tests, ran some tests, X-ray, blood test. They finally found out that he had a foreign object. So they told me the surgery would cost $5,000. Imagine just a random day
Yeah.
getting this vet bill out of nowhere. So I was like, the vet told me I had 24 hours to make a decision
Oh,
because he told me that the way his health was going, that maybe he would have less than 24 hours to live if I did not decide to do the surgery.
yeah.
So I
Because
went back
just,
home, started doing some research, and it was kind of hard. So I went to a few websites, and I was reading the only way you can price compare was through the phone or in person. So
okay.
I was like, oh, that's kind of hard at the moment. Calling every vet clinic just to get a quote,
Right.
and
And you're in an
that
emotional state.
exactly.
It,
Exactly. Plus, you have that 24 hours clock that
yeah.
that's going down, and you are trying to find a solution. So, started calling different vets. Sometimes the line were busy. Sometimes some vets didn't even want to give me an estimate, even if I
Without
had
seeing the pet, because now
without
they want to
seeing the
see the
pet.
pet too.
Exactly. So, I was lucky enough. I would say 12 to 13 hours after to find one clinic that called the same surgery at $1,500.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
That's a huge difference. So that's when I was like, okay, something is wrong here. And then I really started doing some digging, and then I found out that millions of pet parents were going through the same situation as I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me ask you this when and you don't if it's too you don't have to answer, but and
yeah,
always no, you don't have to answer if you ask a question, like just back off there.
yeah,
But when that happens
yeah,
and you call the other clinic that now has your dog,
yeah.
or did she come home with you or he come home with you?
He came home with me.
Okay. All
So
right.
they gave me some medications,
Okay.
just to ease the pain. But
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah,
So that kind of answers the question. You didn't have to go back, get the dog or get your pet
no,
out and then
no.
go to another
So
place.
I
They let
paid
you bring him
already
home.
for the X-ray, blood test, the multiple stuff that was done.
Okay.
So I had that extra vet bill that was coming, which was around the vet bill that I got was around $900 already, and I
Right.
had that extra vet bill that was coming in if I
Yeah.
decided to go with the surgery.
I got you. So then were you able to call them and they transferred the records?
So I had my estimate already. So I had my estimate, so I just bought the estimate to the next clinic that I
To the
went.
next, but I mean the records, the blood records that they did, that
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
that
So yeah, I had it.
okay.
I had all. They gave me all because I told them if I'm going to try to find something that better suits my budget at the
Yeah.
current moment,
Yeah.
and so they provide me with everything,
Okay.
and they just told me that 24 hours I should make a decision very fast.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I know what that is like. You have we had last year 2 years ago. It's been
Mhm.
2 years now.
Yeah.
Male cats, they're prone to crystals, urinary crystals.
Okay.
And that is a harsh surgery, but you have minutes. You don't have
Yeah.
time to be
Yeah.
able to go if you know it's happening and you got to take them to the emergency clinic, even if you don't know. By the time you get to them to the clinic, it's like, no, you need to make a decision like now.
No.
You don't have a
No.
choice to do that. If it's on a weekend and the vet clinics aren't open past noon on Saturdays, then you got the emergency clinic and you're trying to get to
It's
the emergency clinic.
it's hard.
How I just I'm wrapping my head around it from a pet owner's perspective,
Yeah.
and a business owner's perspective of that as well, in the pet industry.
Yeah.
And just see, it's where are you located? Is this like a global or
So I'm based in Montreal, Canada,
okay, that's what I thought.
but we are in the US, mostly in the US.
Okay, good
That's
to
where we
know.
have our data, and we have some information here in Canada and as well in the UK. So
In the
we are
UK.
trying to
Okay.
grow as fast as possible to get as much data on each city in the world, just to provide that aid to pet parents that really want us to be in their city, but we can be in every city at once for the current
Right.
moment. But we are mostly focused in the US right now.
Okay. That's really good to know. Just trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Um, so this is a specific site for pet owners.
Yeah.
Um, how how I mean, yeah, we kind of talked about how has it been? How long have you been launched? What's been your response so
So
far? How
so
does that work? Is it a subscription? Like what does that look like?
so we are a mobile app.
Okay.
A mobile app. So people download the app and then they get access directly to cost, right? So it's a geolocation. So you can decide, okay, I want to use my geolocation or use a specific address to find out what's around me. The way we did it, it's almost like easy as booking an hotel or booking Airbnb somewhere, right? So you just choose what whichever service that you're looking for, and
Hmm.
then it's going to filter and find what's in your area and give you the cost in your area. And In the platform itself, we also have FareVet AI, which is a discussion directly through an AI where you ask an
Okay.
AI a question and then the AI filters with your budget.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
How are the vets receiving this?
So I will say, at first it was a shocker, right?
I bet it
Because
was for them.
yeah, a shocker, and some vets were pushing back on, especially coming from a pet parent, knowledge of things, right?
Yeah.
Not really being an expert on the vet side of things.
Hmm.
Is It was just that what I was explaining to vets is I'm not trying to start a war or what I'm trying to do is basically bridging that gap of transparency, right? Because right
Yeah.
now vets are getting a lot of bad rap out in the media. Out People are saying, okay, it's the fault of vets, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's the fault of vets. It's just things are going up, right? That's inflation. It's everywhere right now,
Everything's
right?
going up. They
Everything
have
is going up.
huge overhead.
A, a,
Like
a,
any medical facility, they have huge amounts
over.
of education and
Yeah,
debt on top of that coming out of school and the hours and the years that they have put in. And that in itself right there, we forget that.
yeah, truly. And what I was just trying to do is basically helping them by creating price transparency. It's basically it creates less stress for the pet parent, and even for the vets, just having a pet parent that doesn't have the budget to go to their specific clinic, they can decide to go to a different one just by getting more clarity on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good thing. It's definitely needed. People have to have to understand that they can price shop. There are a lot of different ways to be able to get that and get the information that they need, but it's the emergencies that really are the damaging part.
Exactly, exactly. That's truly what's happening. A lot of emergencies going on, and yeah, that's what we're doing. It's basically just creating that clarity,
Yeah,
especially for emergency situations.
yeah. We're gonna come back. Got to take a break. We are going to up next talk about that AI aspect of everything that you we started to get into,
Yeah,
and that ethical line between that education and even some diagnosing there. So give us a few minutes and we will be right back.
thank you.
Welcome back to the Business of Pet Care. Want more of what you're watching? Stay connected to the Business of Pet Care and every Now Media TV favorite, live or on demand. Download the free Now Media TV app on Roku or ISO for the bilingual programming in English and in Spanish. You can also catch the podcast at nowmedia.tv. Now Media TV is streaming around the clock, ready wherever you are. And I am super excited to be here with Pietro Kabeya talking about how FareVet uses AI to really provide this cost guidance without crossing into any type of medical diagnostics. So, the problem that we are talking about here and the problem that was really being faced and everything with AI, how to use it responsibly, right? Pet owners need that financial clarification, but medical decisions, they got to remain with that licensed professional. So, Pietro, what do we do about this? How are you doing this? What exactly is being estimated? What does that mean? What does that look like?
Perfect. So we have two components when it comes to AI in our platform. So we have one which is called FairVet AI, which is a conversation with an AI. For example, your dog is vomiting blood, let's say, and then you have $300, right? So you go and write the AI, okay, this is what my dog is vomiting blood since the morning. I don't know what to do. I have $300. And the furthest I can go is 10 miles from my house. And then what the AI does, it's going to filter your area and then it's going to recommend a vet clinic. Um, so we are not giving any diagnostic, but we are saying, okay, this may be an emergency because your dog is vomiting.
Vomiting, yeah.
This is this is the clinic that we were able to find for an emergency, let's say an exam,
Okay.
uh, at $100, just so that you're still in your budget. And the vet may ask for a blood test, an X-ray, and so on and so forth. And then you get the cost estimate for your area on each of the services that may be required. But we do
Okay.
offer a specific clinic as the answer. So we offer, okay, this is the specific clinic that we were able to find you for your budget, which offers an exam at $100, let's say.
Okay. Is so just out of curiosity, because I
Yeah,
know having been to multiple vets,
yeah,
they want vet records.
yeah.
So how is there any way to be able to have records? Because not everybody keeps their dog's medical records at home in a file. Just to be able to say, here you go, here's the vaccinations, this is what was just done. Our normal vet does
Yeah.
this, but in this case,
So for now, we are not able to transfer the record that's done between the vets. and the client themselves, uh, um, because we are more into price clarity, not really into the medical record of the pet, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever the 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 user comes to us, we do not have that much information on their past health or past behavior. We
Okay.
only have on what's going on right now and what type of services that they need at the current moment. That's really what we are treating. But one of the things as well I wanted to add that we do
Hmm.
with AI is
Yeah.
cost breakdown of that bill or a vet estimate, right?
Okay.
Sometimes pet parents, they receive a vet estimate or a vet bill and they don't understand truly how it's broken down, what's needed, and what's what's included or what's you can exclude, right?
Right.
During the process without giving any medical advice. So we just break down the, okay, this is how your vet bill is break down with the
Okay.
explanation. This is something that you can ask your vet if it's truly needed at the current moment because of
That's
X, Y, and Z.
that's huge just to be able to say because there are a lot of this, and this, and
Yep,
to be able to have that, do we really need this? Is
yep,
this really necessary
yep,
or can we skip this cost? What's our bare minimum? And I know when we've had and again lots of animals in the past head to the emergency clinic, and I will say emergency clinics are really, at least in my experiences, have been
yep.
really good about going, this is the bare minimum of what it's
Mm,
going to cost. This is what it could be.
good car. Yep,
We are going to, where's your comfort level? Where are you comfortable at? Because anything above this will call first.
hey,
And any emergency clinic I've been to, they have always done that. But then I guess you see that and go, oh my God, $3,000?
yep.
Like that's the bare minimum?
Minimum.
That's the
Exactly.
minimum?
That's where we want pet parents before leaving the house is to get that clarity way before arriving
Way
at the vet clinic.
before.
Because when you arrive at a vet clinic, I don't know how many miles you drove from your property to
It could
the
be
vet clinic.
hours wherever
E-
the
e- Exactly.
closest
So you can
emergency one
be running
is.
around different vet clinics just to find the proper cost, your starting cost that you were wishing to have, right?
Yeah.
It's better that you make that decision because it's a quick decision. Because especially when it's an emergency, you want to do it very quick. You want a quick decision. Okay,
Yeah.
this is around my budget, the
Yeah.
lowest and the highest that I want.
It makes that's a nice peace of mind to be able to have something at least going in with an expectation of
Yeah,
this is what it could be, this is what it may be, this is
and,
what
yeah,
I'm looking at, and to have those options. Um,
exactly.
how long did it take you to put all this information into an AI to get this going? What was the besides your inspiration of having to do something like this? That's a lengthy process. How long has it
It,
taken you to prepare for this?
so it was a lengthy process. It took me 3 years
Okay.
building this product because, uh, of course, not having vet experience, right?
Yeah.
I had to learn
The
vet bills,
language.
the language. I had to learn uh, knowing how a vet estimate and knowing how to place a cost, knowing how to add included, excluded in a vet bill. So 3 years because there weren't any platform that looked like FareVet, so I had to imagine it myself and created the way I think will benefit pet parents. So it took a while. It took a while, but it was all worth it. Now that I'm receiving messages from pet parents all around North America, just getting feedback from them. Thank you for creating this platform. So yeah, it was worth it.
That's amazing. It's such a huge there's definitely a need for this
Yeah,
and doing this. I'm gonna ask really quick,
yeah.
can clinics send in information to you to help with this onboarding, or how can people reach you?
So yeah,
Where can they find FareVet?
you can find FairVet on fairvet.com. And yes, when it comes to clinics, we already have clinics that are claiming their business and are working with us in price transparency. So basically, you can go on FairVet and claim your clinic and manage it on the vet side of the platform. So yes, we do have now vets that are into price transparency and want people to enjoy more price, more clarity when it comes to booking. So we do have vets right now on the platform as well.
Great, that's wonderful. Well, coming up next, we are going to get into those stressful moments a little bit more about the emergency care and some more into those cost shockers and what that looks like. So stay tuned and don't miss a moment. Welcome back to the business of pet care. We are going to talk about moments when that pricing stress and those medical emergencies are colliding. And I am back with Pietro Kabeya. He is founder and of FareVet. And emergencies, fear, financial uncertainty, so much stress going on when those littles and those four-leggeds in our life, something happens and we go right to, oh my God, what do we got to do? The decision making that we just have to do quick. What's that psychologically look like? How is this? I mean, I know we talked a little bit about, this app. Um, so for people who are in this frantic emergency mode, is there something that sorry, I got a cattail like whacking me here. Um that like you can set reminders, because we get into that mind and it's like, I forgot about that app. I
Yeah,
forgot I could do that. Is there
yeah,
something that you do that is like, don't forget us?
yeah. So one of the things that we want to be known as, we want people to use FairVet not only for price comparison slash clarity. We have a community page where we want people to help each other out, have those conversations. So we already have users that are having conversation on different topics, pet insurance, anything that's going on with their pet. Basically, they can ask the community. And one of the major things as well is we have a page called Deals, right? And one thing that we noticed is that there wasn't any platform dedicated to show pet parents different deals around vet clinics, right? A lot of vets are offering first free visit, uh, 30% off your first
Client
dental clinic.
specials.
E- exactly. So we have all of that in FairVet as well. So that's why we don't want people just to use us for an emergency, right? We want people to
Okay.
use us as well, just to search regular deals and access to regular care. And access to even pet insurance, because we also are working to get pet parents better discounts on pet insurance and more. And today we also announced a grant, a financial grant for vet emergency that we just partner up with that are going to be directly in the platform for pet parent to fill out and they can provide a grant.
Oh, that's great. So that's really good. Ah, stop biting.
Mhm.
He's my biter too. Hey, he's been more and more like, "Ooh, what are you doing tonight, Mom? You're on a show. Can I help?" Um,
He wants to be there as well.
he does. Yes, I am getting whacked here. Um, so, uh, leading into you said about the insurance.
Yeah.
I would imagine that having something like this, I mean, the pet insurance companies are probably going to be like, score, because this would really help them reduce costs. Also, if they're insuring these that are having this kind of a potential emergency, or even like we said, that those ACLs. I mean, that is such a common with the torn ligaments for these active dogs that it happens so frequently. I would imagine that you must be kind of looking at these insurance companies going, "Hey guys."
Yes. Yes. That's those are the companies that we want to work with and are in good conversation with a different type of pet insurance. We are looking to ways how we can help them,
Yeah.
same way they can help us with growing FareVet and putting it out there, putting the word about more price clarity, because they do have partnerships with different vets,
Yep.
and they can be that partner that can get us more smoothly with the vets.
Hmm. Interesting. So, um, just in all of your research and everything, what are the
Yeah.
three most common of do you see three that are like this happens constantly, this is what I'm constantly seeing people searching for prices on this particular injury, this particular emergency?
That's a good question. Let me just think about it right now.
It's all right, we can come back to it.
Yeah, that's a good question because we have different inquiries, and I didn't really check on which one is the most common that we've been receiving. So I have to think about it. Maybe we can come back on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
question.
no,
Yeah,
that's all right. I
yeah,
just it's something to think about because
yeah,
so I think about things in terms coming from the grooming industry
yeah,
of injuries that happen in a grooming shop that go unnoticed
yeah,
because people don't that maybe a a piece of equipment was used wrong. You'd be amazed how many, just a nick, a slut, anything, and what that looks like and how that goes. So
yeah.
that could be another, sorry, giving you ideas here of
Y-
a little other things to keep in mind coming up. What's something that a pet owner can really do to start planning for this, to think about this in long term? Do you have, ways to help them inside the app as people are coming in and being part of that community? Do you have training classes in there? Do you have something to help them? Um, I'm going to say it, vets or
yeah.
something like that.
So one of the things, first of all, that we are launching, it's an education hub this month, just to give more education out there, right? About the importance of, for example, dental cleaning, right? Which can lead to other different health issues, right? And one of the things as well that we are adding, it's more details. So I was talking with a vet, and he was the one helping me understand, okay, what are the things that needs to be out there for the pet parents to understand the difference in cost, right? Because
Mhm.
sometimes we, as pet parents, we only see the cost,
Yeah.
but we have to understand that some clinics are certified. There's a board certified surgeon,
Yep.
right? That's
Okay.
doing the surgery, right? That's maybe why it costs
That
more.
much. Yep.
So those are the things that we want to highlight, right? Those type of things that people have to understand because we don't want people just to think as a FareVet being we want to send every pet parent to the lowest vet. That's not what we are trying to do, right? We really want people to get that clarity on cost, on details, on who's doing it, what type of clinic that they're dealing with. It's all type of transparency, and that's when you get, okay, this is why it costs this much, right? Because
Yeah.
the reason we're not here to point fingers, right? As I always say, we know a difference between going to eat at McDonald's versus a fancy restaurant, right? You
Yep.
can't you can't compare it. This
You can't
a
compare it. No.
service, this is chef in a fancy restaurant, so it's not that uh, um, the fancy restaurant because it's expensive that it's they are stealing your money. That's not what we're trying to say. It's you just have to get those details and understand what's
Yeah.
in for the money that you're spending as well.
That's that's so good. It's good to know that too, and that for everyone listening and
Yeah,
going to soon download your app. Um, so we are going to take another break because this
yeah.
leads up into our final segment and put how this transparency is going to start building that trust between everyone involved, your platform, the vets, and the owners. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the business of pet care. Do not miss a second of this show or any Now Media TV favorites, streaming live and on demand anytime. Grab our free Now Media TV app on Roku or ISO, or listen to the podcast on nowmedia.tv. Now Media TV is available 24/7. So the stories you care about and the topics you want to listen to are always within reach. And I am back with Pietro, and this is our final segment in the business of pet care this week. We have been talking about all kinds of stuff today about this really cool new app, and we're going to get into this pricing transparency and how you said it earlier. It's not about being cheap. It is about building trust between everybody included in this situation, the animals, the owners, and the clinics. Um, so the pricing alone is it's about the predictability and the communication and just being informed. What difference is Pietro? Welcome back. What difference between go a little bit deeper into that? We said that cheap, clear. How do you prevent this overlay?
Yeah. How do we prevent basically this overlay? It's just because when you open the app, we do not price it by what's the lowest cost around you, right? We just show you what's around you.
So that
That's
includes everything. So I can see Sally's vet clinic over here is going to
yeah,
charge about this price because
this
obviously
price.
these are not set in stone, but
Yeah.
we're talking a
So
good guesstimate.
Yeah, so the way we do it is if we get it from the source, directly from the source, either the vet or the vet website, that's how we quote it. So we quote it as an exact cost. So
Okay.
that's 100% from the source itself. And if it's an estimate or an average cost or a starting cost, that's when we get it from a vet bill that has been provided from one of our users. That's
Okay.
how you usually see it. And one of the things that I always say is that even a starting cost or an estimated cost, whenever, let's just give an example, you're searching for rabies vaccine, you're
Hmm.
going to see a difference, right? Sometimes, even for rabies vaccine, you can see a jump of $50,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Depending on where. Yeah.
Depending on where you're at
Yep.
from so clinic can vary as much as 300% in the same city. So imagine how just playing around with the platform and seeing all those costs. As I said earlier in the previous segment, was
Yep.
that we do understand there's a cost, right? People are going to look, okay, which one is the cheapest or which one offers this. As my conversation with pet parents, I truly understood that pet parents are not always looking for the cheapest, but they are looking for what's in their budget at the
That
current moment.
that leads into my great into the next question I was going to ask
Yeah,
you. That leads in great to it. How
yeah.
do you handle when the lowest price may not be the best fit?
So the if the lowest price it's not the best fit,
Which
the
who
thing
would
right now,
know? I mean that's the thing too is
yeah,
how you don't
we,
really know unless
we
they're calling ahead or tech
yeah,
support.
it's the thing is sometimes people get frustrated, right? That we don't have information in their town, or sometimes it's a rural place. That's the reality of things, right?
Yeah,
We wish that all the vets who call us and provide all the
information.
data, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we do understand that we won't be able to satisfy every single pet parent in the world, right?
Mhm.
There will be things that won't be in your budget, right? Because we have something called get a better quote, right? Where people are submit their quote and they want us to find a different clinic that can offer a better quote
Okay.
for that same service. But sometimes one of the things that we always say to pet parents is that if it's unrealistic, it's we can't do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
It's even if you submit a quote for a dental cleaning and you're hoping to pay less than $100, that's just an example. It's
Mhm.
impossible, right?
Yeah.
You have to be realistic on what you're searching for, or you have to drive way further. So you have to go to the
So
next
more.
city or go 100 miles away or
Yeah.
even more, right? If
Yeah.
you really want to pay the in your budget what you want to expect in your budget.
Um, yeah, that's a good segment. You know, it's just it's hard for people to again, that emergency side is different, but when they're just kind of price shopping for other things like that, that
Yeah,
makes it a little tricky. So, um, keeping those misunderstandings a little more clear and a
yeah,
little more open for them.
yeah.
So clinics, what are they what are they reacting to the most? What are you seeing from them when are they calling you? Are they reaching out to you?
So the ones that I've been in contact with and right now one of the things as well is we are growing our team with vets to help us really understand what's needed for the vets to be more understandable on what we're doing.
Yeah.
So usually. some vets, they do understand what we're doing, right? One of the vets that I can even call him a friend, we met through conferences. He came to me, and the first thing that he told me it was about time someone did a
Really?
platform like coming from a vet, right? Not
That's
even a
that,
pet
yeah.
parent. That was such a powerful moment for me because he told me this is what pet parents need. And one of the vet as well that I was talking to, he told me that one of the things that he's scared of is that he doesn't want owning a pet being only for the rich
Hmm.
because pets, they are for everyone, right?
They are. Yeah. And there's so many out there that need homes,
Exactly. And
which is why we have six.
exactly. So we want people because pet parents right now are not going to vets, right? Are pushing their appointments, right? When it comes to data, it used to be 12 months. Now it's going over 18 months, right?
Hmm.
And pet insurance
Interesting.
are noticing that people are doing less claims, right? Less claim. I was having a conversation with people in the industry, and they were telling me that they feel that there's less claim right now because people are pushing their vet visit.
Hmm.
And one of the things they're scared of is that pushing your regular vet routine visit can lead to more claims that are expensive whenever your pet
Down the
gets
line.
really sick, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to that pet insurance, people in the industry, we did get a lot of good feedback from the people that came and saw us and told us about the impact that what we're doing. Because yes, I feel that a lot of vets they feel it for pet parents, especially, right? They can feel it in a room where pet parents they don't have the budget to take care of the pets that's laying down there. So I think it's something that we all have to work together. FareVet is just one of the platforms that's trying to help, right?
Okay.
It's different platform coming together, and then I think we'll be able to do something and make a change on what's going on right now.
You're making changes, that is for sure.
Thank you,
It's good
thank you so.
changes, and
Yeah,
I agree. It does need to be something that's out there, and people need
yeah,
to know about this. I'm
yeah.
going to ask one more time. How can people find you? How can vets find you? How can they get involved?
So there's the only way they can find me is through fairvet.com. Uh, there's a you can see the email to write us. If it's press, you can send us an email at press at fairvet.com. Our email is info at fairvet.com. And other than that, you can always find me on LinkedIn, always open to chat.
That's where I found
So
you.
yeah, exactly. So or you can download the app. I read and pet parents they send me a lot of emails and I do read all of them. Right, I can answer all of them, but I do read and tell my team uh, to answer or get feedback on how we can improve what we are doing. So yes, we are open to anyone, right? The thing is, we want to create real access and make real change in the pet space. That's what we really want.
That you are doing amazing at that. I'm thrilled to meet you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for
Thank you.
coming on, talking about this, caring enough to do that, and showing that it isn't about the discounts. It's not about this like you said being cheap. It's about the dignity and the trust that you are creating across the board for everyone who
Yeah.
is involved. Hey, to everyone out there watching, you know what? Informed pet parents and communicative clinics. This just does nothing but create stronger relationships and better care for and better outcomes for the creatures that we so love. And we're here because we're all here for the animals. This has been the business of pet care. I have been with Pietro today of FareVet, and I am Dara Forleo. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us, and I look forward to seeing you next week.